Hi there YouTube, it's Karen, or Shrinking Goofball. It's week 39, post-op. Let's just start with my numbers. So last week I reported I was 187.3 pounds. Today I'm 186. So that's a 1.3 pound loss for the week and a total of 135 pounds. So again, a weight loss, so I'm happy. Looks like Thursdays are going to be my day. Why should I cut myself short a day? Anything could happen in that day. So maybe I'll just try for Thursdays, not Wednesdays. So, I think a motorcycle just went by, scared the bejesus out of me. Let's start with, I actually made a list this time so I don't ramble on. Eating has been a little bit of a challenge this week. I had at least 2 times that I threw up. I'm supposed to write it down now because at this point I really shouldn't be throwing up. I did have a dietitian's appointment, which I'll get into a little bit deeper because she's on my list as well. She said at this point I really shouldn't be throwing up because if my ulcer is gone, then no throwing up. At this point, I'm not even sure I remember what it was that I was sick to, but I'm pretty sure one was a hamburger. The hamburger was homemade with onion and breadcrumbs and I guess just onions and breadcrumbs, like salt and pepper and egg, the usual way you make, hamburgers. So I've been experimenting with quinoa, which I really enjoy, and I think at that time we had some other vegetable, don't remember what it was. But I took a little piece of the hamburger and a little bit of the quinoa and a little bit of the hamburger, and I instantly started feeling kind of ew. So I'm guessing with the hamburger because it was, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it's just from the grocery store. We buy like 4 pounds and use a couple for homemade burgers. It wasn't lean enough, so it was probably just too much fat, and the fat obviously doesn't like gastric bypass patients. So yeah, so if I keep track of what my eating pattern is when I'm sick, I should be able to avoid that. God, I just looked at my arm. Doesn't it look thin? Until I do this. Da 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 da. It's, oh, I forgot to tell you. Hi, it's Karen, or Shrinking Goofball. Now I'm going to be Shrinking Batgirl. I really should do some working out because if I flex, some of it goes away. So if I start doing these, those will go away, right? So yeah, keeping track of my food and seeing when I'm sick and obviously avoiding those, whether it's leftovers. I did have a problem with pasta. I made just spaghetti with my usual bolognese sauce. And I had it once before just with what I call elbows, or macaroni. And the bolognese sauce might not have been a lean enough ground beef. So as much as I do well with ground beef, maybe it just needs to be lean, which of course is where the flavor is in the fat. So I'll just have to add some cool spices. So Tuesday, I had my dietitian's appointment. Everything went really well. She said I'm losing, I think, 1.6 pounds a week, as opposed to at the very beginning when I was losing 3.6 pounds a week. And at this stage of the game where I'm 39 weeks post-op, I should be slowing down. I'm not supposed to be losing 3 to 4 pounds. She said 1 to 2 pounds is a healthy weight loss. She asked me about my day and what times I eat and what I'm eating on a typical day, my medications and what I'm taking if anything has changed. She really did advise me of exercising because it is going to slow down, and of course the skin needs work as well. But with my advanced osteoarthritis in both my knees, of course that's a challenge. If you've watched previous videos of mine, you'll know that I talk about that quite a bit. So I really do have to get into some swimming because I know it doesn't create any pain for me. So whether I'm just going to the, rec center close by and doing some laps would be really good for my arms, and I'm a strong swimmer. Well, I used to be. And she was very pleased with my weight loss. She was pleased with what I was eating. Sorry, I just glanced over at myself. And as you can see, I'm not wearing my glasses. And I do have dark circles, so maybe I'm losing my tan. It's been kind of weird the last couple of days, weeks. We haven't had as much sun, so it's difficult to maintain a tan when you're not in the sun. And yeah, I need my vitamin D. So other than that, fairly uneventful. It was a 9-month checkup, which most gastric bypass patients don't do. I just went, she recommended, because I had a bit of a hiccup with my ulcer. So I will have blood work, and with fasting, of course, at my 12-month surgiversary, November. How cool is that? I'm actually going on November 7th, which will be exactly a year. I did ask my dietitian about my weight loss goal of 170. I told her that it bugged me that every time I looked at my BMI online, I'm still considered overweight. And even if I get down to my 170, when I get down to my 170, I'll still be overweight. And I don't want to be classified as overweight. I want to be considered normal. That won't change my mentality, my immaturity, or being young at heart, but I just want to be normal. So she said they normally do advise gastric bypass patients to have a BMI of 27, which, because I'm at a 31 right now, I started at 51. How cool is that? I've gone down so much, but it still shows me as overweight. So with my 170 weight loss goal, she said that's a good goal, but if I went down to 165, I would be classified as normal. 5 pounds away from 170, I can so do that. I'm going to have to work that out on paper because I can't do it in my head. Once I get to the 52, let's see if I can do that. 135. So if it's a total of, hold on. If it's a total of, say I was 321 when I started, and I want to go down to 165, that's a total of 156 pounds in weight loss, and I'm currently at 135, which means I have 21 more pounds to lose. And 21, so remember that, 21 pounds, and I'm on week 39, subtract 52 weeks total, which is 13, so 13 weeks, 21, sorry, I really should have done this in advance, divided by 13, and don't be all smart figuring it out before me, I know some of you probably did that, so it's 1.6 pounds a week. So if I'm losing 1 or 1.5 or 1.8, anywhere under 2 pounds, I'm going to be very close to that, maybe a couple pounds away. So I would definitely be pleased with that, even if it takes me over my 1-year surgiversary. So that is pretty important to me. It is a 1-year, I completely lost my train of thought. Hopeless. The other thing, again, if you've watched previous videos of mine, you'll know that when I reached my 100-pound weight loss, I was going to get a tattoo. A celebration, a memory, a reminder, whatever you want to call it, of the fact that I hit the 100, which I'd never done before. And the fact that I'm at 135 right now is just, blows my mind. It's mind-blasting. So, there's my tattoo. Let me see if I can actually let you see it. Oh, it's really hard to see it at this angle. Hold on. Okay. So that, my friends, is my tattoo. It's really not big, it's just petite. But this is a Maltese cross. I am purebred Maltese. Both my parents were Maltese. And this, of course, is a sewing needle. So that has been basically, hold on, sewn into my skin, which is like a double whammy. Sewn and a tattoo. I'm starting to perspire. It's warm in here. So that was pretty exciting. I did that yesterday, and of course it took like half an hour, and I was just so excited. I watched him do it the whole time. No pain. I mean, you feel like little pricks, but really nothing big. But I was so happy because I had it bandaged last night until this morning and got to take it off. So now I get to look at it wherever I want. It's kind of cool because it feels a little raised now, so I don't know if it's because it's so small It's starting to sort of scab up a little bit. Hopefully I'm not getting any keloids. Oh my god, I'm already at 10 minutes. Yeah, so next week I am leaving for Wisconsin again. Really excited about that, bringing my son this time. And so we're leaving on a Thursday. So maybe I will have to do my video on Wednesday next week. We'll be away the following Wednesday, coming home the Thursday, so I don't know what's going to happen with that video. I might have to do it on Friday. So I know you're all really excited about seeing me and finding things out, but you're just going to have to wait a couple extra days on that one. So that was my week. I did tell you that I had my cousins and daughter over. That went really well. She was fun to have over. I had my grandson. I had an accent there for a moment. I had my grandson over for the weekend. 3 weekends in a row. How lucky am I? He's just an absolute pleasure. He makes my heart beat so fast. I love hearing my name to him as Nana, and he's just so much fun to have around. He is a total blessing. So you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week. Ta-ta!